Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. Now before I get into it, I want to first give a shout out to my latest Patreon, the V Factor. Thank you so much to you and all my other patrons for all the support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Now you know what time it is, it's Monday. I hope you had a great weekend behind you and you're looking forward to the week ahead, but right now we have to solve this Galactic challenge here on Kamino, where we are facing Galactic Republic and you have to use bounty hunters to get the max rewards. So as always, I'll cover the modifiers first and feats, and then show you the teams that I used and their mods, and then the battles. Now just for reference, I'll be showing you two battles here, so you will have to use at minimum 2 teams, because one of them you have to use full team of bounty hunters and then another one has to be undersized. So you will not be able to do this with one team because of the undersized feat. So I'll show you first the battle with my full bounty hunters, and then in the second battle I'll do the undersized feat as well as the critical hits feat. So just so you know, so if you're interested, you want to skip through the battles, there'll be YouTube chapters below as always. But right now let's get into it. Now first, looking at the modifiers here for Kamino is Proving Grounds, which essentially reduces all the key stats of your guys by 80%. So everybody, you know, will start with low health, low protection, low damage, 0 critical chance basically, which is slightly unfortunate in this case, because remember, one of the feats you have to land critical hits. So in the beginning it's very hard to land those critical hits if obviously you lose all the critical chance on your characters. However, you know, to obviously counterattack that, you do get the superiority here ability that you can use on your characters, and every time you use it you gain 20% of those stats that you lost back. So as the battle progresses you'll be able to, you know, regain those stats. However, because you're going up against Shakti and clones, these guys are very fast, very quick. You know, by the time you actually would have a chance to build up your stats, maybe half of your team would be gone already. Plus, you know, the steadfast retribution modifier enemy is probably one of the most unpleasant modifiers for everybody, because any damage you do is reflected back onto you. So as you're hitting them, you're doing damage to yourself. So this modifier is definitely one of the most annoying ones, I think, in my opinion. And however, to counterattack some of that damage that you know you will start getting when these guys get a turn in the beginning, is that your bounty hunters there, they'll gain 9 stacks of true defense. So you know, this is pretty cool, because you'll be able to a little bit tank those hits. You know, we'll start with low health and protection, and this will allow us to, you know, take a few more hits there because of extra defense. Whenever we do then gain a payout with bounty hunters, your guys will gain frenzy for 1 turn, and as well as 100% increased damage, and their cooldowns will be reset. So the key here is get to the contract as quick as you can with all your guys alive, so then you can start taking them out. But remember, the damage we do to them will be reflected back upon us, so just something to keep in mind when going into the battle. Now for the feats themselves, obviously have to complete the battle, with a full team of bounty hunters. So these first 2 feats I'll cover in my first battle that I'll show you, and then in the second battle I'll show you the remaining 2 feats, how I completed them, where you have to score at least 30 critical hits and as well do an undersized battle. Alright, so let me show my bounty hunter team that I use. So you already probably know, if you'll be following my channel, whenever there's a bounty hunter channel, I always try to complete it here, my Gear 8 Grief and my Gear 8 Mando. They do the trick here at Gear 8, even, you know, with that global modifier, that they lose even more health and protection. But we'll get into it once we get into the battle. Now here I decided to go with Django lead, just because to offset, you know, some of the speed bonuses there that Shakti brings and Rex, because the leadership here from Django, you will also be getting plus 30 speed, which is pretty good. And another thing is, when you do have Django in the leading slot, when his conflagration applies burning on the enemies, they won't be able to gain bonus turn meter, because both Fives and Shakti are gaining bonus turn meter every time you hit one of their allies. So this burning there will slow them down. And as well as after we spread burning on multiple targets, because for Django's contract you need to hit debuffed enemies, So then also you can follow up that with Boba's AoE, and you know, if you got 5 debuff targets, then Boba's AoE hits 5 targets, which really help you get to your contract much faster here. So that's why when you do mod your guys, you will have to make them as fast as you can, but you know, try to make Django go first so he can apply immediately burning, so they don't gain bonus turn meter, and as well then everybody have debuffs on them, so then whoever you hit, you'll be working towards your contract. And then as well as Boba hits his AoE again, you know, it'll help you to get your contract much faster. So my Django there, he's at 327 speed and he's at relic 3. Up next, Bosk here, mine's at relic 4, and you know, you want to have him modded that he goes straight after Django, so you can get a taunt up, he gets frenzy, and then you know, he can get all the turns and everything, and use his hunting party ability that calls everybody to assist. Again, that's why I need Django first, so when you do mass assist, you're already hitting a debuffed enemy, which will get to your contract much faster. Now there's now slightly drop off here after Bosk. My Boba, he's at gear 12, you know, but at least I could then put my good mods on him, so his speed is at 291 there. Up next, got here 7-star, but gear 8 Grief, but you know, not being gear 12, I wasn't able to put any amazing mods on him, so his speed there is at 220. Same thing with Mando, gear 8, and you know, I wasn't able to make him any faster than this, so he's at 234. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Grief here is very good because you have another mass assist here, which again will allow you to get your contract faster, and you know, you got a bit of a heal from here as well. And then obviously Mando here is there only for his disintegrate, which becomes available once you trigger the contract. So this is the team here for the first battle, so let's just now hop into it and let me show you how it goes. Alright, here we go. So I wasn't able to outrun Shakti there unfortunately, but I was able to outrun Rex. And here we go, we apply burning, so 5s and Shakti can't gain bonus turn meter. And now with Boba here, we can go ahead and apply ability blocks, because the bounty hunter resolves. That's okay, you know, all these guys do come back, so that's not an issue here. And now here with Bosk, you can either do a taunt to get frenzy up, or you could go for the mass assist. I decided to do the taunt first so he can heal up, then do first mass assist here with Grief. And now Bosk gets another turn because of frenzy, so here goes another mass assist. And now here we can call Django to assist, so there goes 5s. Now we just need one more hit here to get a contract. There we go. And now Boba got an immediate turn because of the contract, so we can go ahead and try and take Echo out. Unfortunately, no critical hits there. Alright, let's do another mass assist here, because all my guys are very low health, so I don't want Echo throwing his grenade and taking them out. But thanks also here to Django's leadership, when we do get contract and get a turn, everybody get bounty hunters resolve. So you know, they get an extra life there. So there goes Ahsoka, there goes Boba, and now time for Mando to disintegrate here Shakti, and boom, there we go. So it was completed very quickly once things line up. Obviously I did have to restart 6, 7, 8 times I think, for you know, this kind of sequence here to line up, because it depends on, you know, what ability Shakti used in the beginning and things like that. But as long as you know, you can then go after Shakti, apply burning there, ability blocks, and get your mass assist going, you'll get to your contract, and then you can literally start nuking them. Because remember, we'll be doing our damage will increase by 100% when we do get a contract, so that's from the modifier here that we get for bounty hunters, and as well as you get some as well damage penetration there buff from Grief whenever you do get payout, so your damage will get a significant boost there after you get your contract. Okay, so now for the remaining 2 feats here, where you have to complete with an undersized squad and do at least 30 critical hits. I was doing some testing, and having, you know, like a 4 or even a 3-man team, I was just doing too much damage, and I took them out before I was able to land 30 critical hits, because remember, because of the Kamino's Proving Grounds modifier, we will lose 80% critical chance at the beginning of the battle, so it'll take some time before we build up that critical chance that we can actually start landing critical hits reliably. And by the time you do that, you know, you would already kill everybody if you would go like, you know, with the Darth Revan in there as well, things like that. So what I found out in the end, I was just using Savage here for his leadership, because he had some extra defense to your Sith allies, so it'll make Malak even tankier. And then just use Malak there, because as we know, Malak in normal circumstances can, you know, solo Shakti and clones. So I'm like, you know what, I'm pretty sure he can do it here as well. So let me just show you the mods. I mean, Savage is there just for the lead, it doesn't really matter. My Malak here is a relic free, and he's modded for speed, so he's at 294 there, and he's got some tenacity on him. But tenacity, you know, it won't really matter here for this particular challenge. Alright, so here we go. Shakti will obviously go first, and there's already first drain here available for Malak, and because of the enemy modifier, when they reflect damage back on you, Malak gets another bonus turn because he hit his second threshold of health. So there you go, just able to take out 5 straight away, so you don't have to worry about his taunt as well as sacrifice. Now with 5s out of the way, next target you want to take out his Rex, because his aerial advantage, while obviously Malak does take reduced damage from it, can still you know, escalate to high enough damage and potentially could take out your Malak, especially because every time Malak does hit to an enemy, that damage is reflected back on him. So here just keep going after Rex, and whenever the training ability here from the event is available to use, go ahead and use it, because it will recover some health back, but most importantly you'll be gaining back that critical chance you lost. And after you get about, you know, 6, 7, 8 stacks, you'll be able to get those critical hits in very reliably, so you'll be able to start working towards the feat where you have to land 30 critical hits. So after taking out 5s very quickly, here it'll take some time to burn for Rex because of all the healing, and remember, enemy as well has the training ability available to use, and they will be using it, so this will recover for them health and protection. In your case, just health, because obviously Malak does not have protection. So there we go. And now next you want to start going after Shakti here, because with her constant healing and everything, you know, as long as she's alive, you won't be able to really win the battle. You'll just be timing out. And Shakti herself, as you can see, she's up to 9 stacks already. She keeps boosting her own stats, regaining health and everything, dispelling. Then she has her own healing ability. So here you just want to keep going after her. Use drain on her whenever available, and then whenever you have as well training ability, you can as well use it. There we go, trying to land some shocks on her. But anyway, Ahsoka go ahead and dispels it. So we go ahead, drain Shakti there, but as you can see, Shakti used the event ability there, recover health and protection. So, you know, it'll take some time here to take her out, but eventually, you know, we will take her out. There we go, we got her in the yellow already, but here she comes with a heal. Let's try land a shock. Alright, she cleansed it right off. Basics. Alright, using the event ability. Now we're already up to 12 stacks here, so you know, we will be landing those critical hits reliably. That shouldn't be an issue. Now just a case of trying to take Shakti out, which, you know, will take some time, as mentioned before, because of all the healing. So you have to a little bit dance here with Shakti. There we go, we got another drain here. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can get a stun. Oh, no stun. See, if I would get a stun on her, that would be huge, because she wouldn't be able to heal back up. Now she's back to full health and protection. But, you know, we'll get her. That's okay. It's just a case of lining up these hits here. There we go. Healed up again. Resisting. Not using event ability. So I'm Alex up to 15 stacks. So I don't think there's really danger of him here dying. It's just a case of, can you take out Shakti because of the constant healings. But as soon as you got Shakti out, you know, to finish off the remaining 2 characters is not a problem. But at least here, you know, while you're trying to take Shakti out here, you're getting your critical hits in, because remember, you need to get 30 of them, and you know, when you do drain, that doesn't count as a critical hit at the end of the day. So, you know, let Shakti keep healing herself up and her team. At least it gives you a chance to get your critical hits in before you win the battle. So as you can see, keep draining her. She keeps healing up. Alright, let's see if we can finally take her out. There we go. Come on. Now healing immunity there stopped her from healing health and protection. Let's see if we can land healing immunity again here on Shakti. Excellent. And now we can finally take Shakti out and drain her. And now it's just a case of, you know, putting here more critical hits here. So I just put here on auto basic. Obviously you will have to take care because your Malak will start losing health quickly here, because as much damage as he does, that damage will be reflected on him because of the Steadfast Retribution modifier, everyone's favorite modifier. So you know, here I switched it off, did the drain here, and then again, you know, but the drain itself, while you do damage, it also reflects as damage upon you, so it depends on how much damage you do. You might not heal up here. That's why you do in between have to use the ability here from the event to actually recover some health. So here I was just trying to make sure I keep these guys' health and protection under control, because again, you know, you don't want to get stuck in a loop where they keep healing up and you're unable to take them out. Alright, here just kind of doing basics here, and whenever you get close to dying or you want to recover some health, you can just go ahead and use the event ability. And Malak got this. At this point he's so tank, he's so beefy that these guys are unable to take him out. Alright, but again, you do not want to take them out too fast. Make sure that you do get your 30 critical hits in first. As mentioned before, when it comes to these kind of hits, it would really helpful if we would have somewhere on the screen just an indicator showing how many critical hits you score, so that you know when you can finish this like this. I was kind of counting, but then, you know, you have to take care of the abilities that you're using and then eventually kind of lose the count. But anyway, here I was just going for it. There we go, get recover health again with the event ability there. Okay, there we go. I think slowly I got enough hits in here, so now I'm just going to slowly start taking these guys out. So there you go, let's drain Echo. Alright, maybe get a stun. Excellent. There we go. Drain Echo there, because I think I got my hits in, and now just down to Ahsoka. Oh, you gotta dodge. That's fine. Just keep doing basics here. Get a last few critical hits in here before I win the battle, and you know, complete the remaining 2 feats where we completed with an undersized squad. Just use 2 characters here really. Savage for his leadership, just that he boosts defense here for Malak, because especially in the beginning, you know, when you get these reduced stats, Malak could be taken out, so just that extra defense from Savage's leadership there does help you in the beginning to survive the opening waves without any issues, because my Malak, he's only relic fleece, so he's not you know, that high relic, not as tanky as he could have been. And then, you know, as mentioned before, when I was using more than 2 characters, even just having like Treya in there or Dar Forever, and I was just doing too much damage, and I took these guys out too quickly before Malak was able to stack up his critical chance high enough that he started landing then critical hits, and then take everybody out in the end. Alright guys, hope you find this video useful and helpful, showing you how to get max rewards yet again in today's Galactic challenge using bounty hunters there, as well as Malak basically pretty much soloing an entire Shakti team for you. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.